Hi, today it's about the rapid Rappel emergency descender. So this is this one. You can use it one-handed to descend in an emergency. That's a 4.1 tactical. It works with the 4mm thin aramid line. So inside here I have the Rappel device and 20 meters of rope. So super compact. This is how it came. I have this super small package. Open it like that. And this is it. The device with a already correctly packed rope. So this, you can place it inside of your small rope bag that comes with the set. Here, I didn't bring the whole set, so I forgot to bring the black rope bag it came with. So I will place the rope inside my jacket. Yeah, it's also possible. So this is how the device looks. One carabiner to attach to the anchor, the Rappel device, and a carabiner to attach to your harness. And then the super thin 4mm aramid rope. So that thin thing. Spooky. Disclaimer. This video is not an instructional on this device. Please make sure to watch all safety instructions from the manufacturer to do everything correct. Here in this video I just want to present the device and give my first impression of this device. So please check the manual and so on. Let's give it a first try. So this is the carabiner to attach to the anchor. So this is my anchor. This is the rope, which is for the rope bag. Try to have no tangles. Yeah, I will just place this in my cargo pocket since I forgot to bring the rope back. Alright, I have a full harness. This is for backup because I'm doing this, this training session here. So here's also some edge protection. There's some tape. You can remove this tape, and you have two edge protectors. This doesn't protect from sharp edges. It's more to protect from some basic abrasion. But I have some edge protection over there, so this will not be a problem. Yeah, I tried this device once at Enforce Tac. Now I'm here out in the tower. It's safer if you do this close to the ground. But yeah, let's just give it a try. Since I have some experience with ropes and I have a backup device. So this is an ASAP standard in the industrial world. It moves up and down, but if you are too fast, it locks onto the rope. So nice. Alright, it was not the best edge transfer I did. Now here you have some things to adjust your weight. Let's set 200, 100, 120. Then you can rappel with 2 fingers. Okay, let's wait. This is my first time using the device like that, so I'm extra careful. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a speed test. Let's try it without a brake hand. Now full weight. So as you can see, I needed a bit to develop a feeling on how to press the device and also if I can trust it and how it moves and so on, but then I'll try to go a bit faster. First time, 17 meters. Yeah, quite okay. But you have to get used to it because it's different than normal rappelling with thicker rope and a big Rappel device. But cool device, nice. I guess preparing it again to go down will be like the most annoying thing today. As you can see, I have both ends of the spectrum here. Super thin aramid and also a thick fast rope. So today it's the day of contrast.
So here I am fast roping, so you can see it one time, but this is not what this video is about. Make sure to check my channel for more videos like this.
So pulling it back, some rope is still left. Now you cannot remove the rope from the device by opening it up like on normal descenders. Here you have to set the friction to 50 kilograms and then you open this up here and push it into the neutral position. Then you can slide it up and down the rope with some resistance. So now just slide the rope until it's back close to the anchor. So yeah, this is some effort. But here you can see, since you cannot remove it, it's not in the device in the wrong direction, and the emergency device is ready to go as soon as it's inserted correctly. Yeah. Here I have the remaining rope. I have nothing else in my pocket. Just place 2 fingers on the rope and just stuff it in here and try to have no twists in the rope because the device doesn't like twists. Of course, using the right rope back close to the device is better than stuffing it into your leg pocket. But for now, this is what I have. Alright, now I want to go back down, it's the second time. So you set the device on 50 kilogram, grab the brake side, go close to the edge, like that. When you're on the edge, you let go of the hand, set the friction you want, and then you can descend. So this is basically how you do it. Yeah. Now let's do a quick anchor with the device. Of course, you have to be sure that the rope is long enough. So I'll place it here around the step. Place the edge protection properly. Then I just take the carabiner, grab this 3 or 4 times. Just like that, close the carabiner. Sure the edge protection is correct. Check the edges, looks quite okay. So, to get close to my point down there, I place the handle in the neutral position. So here's the safety thing, you open it, push the handle all the way in with setting on 50, and then you can walk with low friction to the edge or to the exit. Now I already set a length that the device is over the edge, just like I do it with other devices. Thing is, here you have to make sure to always have tension in the system, because this is super static. If you have some slack and you fall into this, there will be a shock load, and this is not healthy.
But the device is made to slip a bit on higher loads, so it works more or less like a shock absorber, but still avoiding slack is the best option.
I've set the device so it's over the edge for my safety, because I already used this the second time. I attach my ASAP.
The device can also be used several times. For this there is a non-certified version. Make sure to get in contact with the manufacturer for further information.
Be super careful. Be super careful not to shock load it. Now I set my weight to approximately 100. And then start to descend.
I'm still careful while descending to build some trust. I just want to make sure I feel comfortable when rappelling with this device, and yeah, this is why I do it slowly and controlled. and now I try to go a bit faster again.
Okay. Jetzt gets warmer. Just like that. Perfect length. Yeah, I really have to develop a feeling for the device, but I feel like if you spend 1 or 2 hours of training on the rope, easy. Now with a nice small bag as a rope bag.
Yeah, the process with this edge is always the same, so extending it over the edge so it doesn't get stuck when stepping over the edge, adding my backup device. Of course, this device is made to be used without a backup, but in a training scenario like here, it's probably better to just use a backup. Yeah. And for an emergency, of course, the device would be used alone without a backup, but you have to differentiate between an emergency or in the real use and some training use. So this is why I decided to go with a backup device all day long. Yeah, I will not cut all my rappelling in this video, otherwise it's just too long and too boring. But still I try to do my best to give you an impression on how my progress in learning this device was. And yeah, you can see the handle is almost all the way out. So I adjusted the friction. I was not sure if it needs to be higher or lower, but in these cases I try higher first. Good thing is you can adjust the friction on the go, super easy. So no problem, just go higher and see if it goes, and if not, just reduce the friction, super easy. I mentioned earlier that the device doesn't like twists. When you get to the twist, the friction gets higher and it gets a bit like stuck, but you can easily pump through, or you adjust the friction to 50, hold to the brake side of the rope, and then you can also pass this twist through the device. So it's best if you always have the rope completely untwisted. This is because the rope is braided and it's not round like normal climbing ropes. So this is why a twist is changing the diameter.
The device is made for a smooth, slow descent, so no dynamic jumps and so on. Now I rappelled like 5 times and I start to get a feeling for how it heats up, because when the device heats up you need to adjust the friction to still have full control. But yeah, really nice and super compact. It's crazy having this in your pocket and being able to rappel 20 meters. Of course you need some kind of a harness. In emergency case, not a full harness, but just a lightweight sit harness will do. Maybe some Dyneema sling and an improvised harness. But yeah, super cool tool. I like it. Alright, now let's do a complete free-hanging descent. So I will attach the rope up there, just next to the fast rope and to the backup line. And then I can descend there. So now completely free hanging with one hand. It's already a bit warm, so feel there's a resistance. It's a bit harder to start, all is still nice and controlled. It's really the aim to go slow and controlled, and it's amazing how good of a control you have with this thin rope. You really feel that the device is doing the work for you, and usually it's like a mixture of the brake hand and the device. Super nice controlled descent with one hand. When you go hands free, the device locks. If you want to continue, you just press in. Sometimes it has got some resistance, and then you can go again. To the conclusion. So I want to say again, this is an emergency Rappel device. This is why I used it with a backup. In emergency, you would use this one time, and then you are out of the emergency. For example, if you have a position in a high building, you want to get out because you cannot use the stairs for some reason, or if there is fire and you cannot go to the hallway to exit the house, you can go out of the window and possibly down to the ground in best case. So yeah, really nice device. It's good if you have some experience. I cannot tell if an unexperienced person can use this, but I'm quite sure it's relatively easy because you only have to push, and depending on how hard you push, you get slower and you don't have to do a lot of coordination stuff. But probably I have to try this out with a person which is not used to rappelling. Yeah. All in all, with some time, it's super nice to give out rope, to go close to the edge or to take in rope for fine adjustments. And the good thing is, even if you have it in the open, neutral position, as soon as you weight it, it goes into auto lock again. Of course, if you push it all the way in on neutral, you would just fall to the ground. But as soon as you let it go, it will lock again. What takes some time is to get used to adjusting the friction to the heat, because the device heats up and then you have to adjust the friction if you do like here, almost 20 meters. And the next thing is, the rope is not really round, it's more like square. So the device is also made for this. It's not good if you have twists in the rope, because then the friction will be a lot higher, and as soon as the twist is through the device, it's normal again. So the manufacturer has got nice information out there where they show how you deal with twists in the system. Of course, you can still descend if there are some twists in, but here you have to be super careful not to put too much twist in the rope back.
So now let's do the last rappel of the day after some practice with this nice device.
So super nice. In emergency, you can go down the rope with one hand and also work with the other hand to do stuff. Of course, not for real planned descents, but of course, if you only plan one descent and you want to have a super lightweight kit, that's probably also an option that you can consider. So nice to watch. I'm totally exhausted by running up the stairs all the time. Ciao.